6.5, 22. Question number 22. A wire of length 28 meter is to be cut into two pieces. One of the pieces is to be made into a square and other into a circle. What should be the length of the two pieces so that the combined area of circle and the square is minimum? So what is to be minimum? You have to find that function as a function of only one variable. Given that a wire of length 28 meter, so consider a wire of length 28 meter, that is to be cut into two pieces, and one piece is used to make a circle and the other piece is used to make a square. So we can consider length of one piece be x and the other piece be 28 minus x. These are the length of the two pieces, and one piece is used to make a circle. And so suppose we use the length x meters to make the circle. So this is circle with the one piece of length x meter, and the other piece is used to make a square. So square of one side A. Here radius is r. Now you use this x meters to make the circle, because that will be more easy. Otherwise, no, 28 minus x, this will be little tough. So use this length x meters to make the circle. So this x meters become the perimeter of the circle, and this 28 minus x become the perimeter of the square. So here we know 2 pi r is the perimeter. So 2 pi r equal to x. So r equal to x by 2 pi. And this 28 minus x is used to make the square. So perimeter of the square, that is 4a. So 4a equal to 28 minus x. So a equal to 28 minus x divided by 4. That is 7. 28 by 4, 7 minus x by 4. So 28 by 4 minus x by 4. That is 7 minus x by 4. So that is one side of the square, and this is the radius of the circle. Now we can find the combined area. That combined area should be minimum. So combined area of circle and square. So that we can denote by area, capital A we can use. So area, combined area denote by capital A. So A equal to area of the circle plus area of the square. Area of the circle pi r square. So pi into radius, r is x by 2 pi. X by 2 pi whole square. That is x square by 4 pi square. So that is the area of the circle plus, and here area of the square a square. A equal to 7 minus x by 4. So 7 minus x by 4 whole square. That is the area of the square. So that is a combined area. Now we can simplify, and here a is a function of only one variable x. Now only thing we have to do is simplify, and we have to find the derivative. So this we can simplify. So 1 pi we can cancel. So we get x square by 4 pi plus 7 minus x by 4 whole square. So that is the function a of x. It is a function of, combined area is a function of only one variable x. X square by 4 pi plus 7 minus x by 4 whole square. 7 minus x by 4 whole square. So that is the area of the combined area. Now that function is to be minimum. Combined area should be minimum. So we have to find when this combined area is minimum. So for that same method, first we have to find the first derivative. So a dash x equal to derivative x square by 4 pi, 1 by 4 pi into derivative of x square with respect to x, that is 2x. So into 2x plus, then 7 minus x by 4 whole square, derivative 2 into plus 2 into 7 minus x by 4 into derivative of 7 minus x by 4. Derivative 7, 0 minus 1 by 4 into x. So into negative 1 by 4. That is the derivative of 7 minus x by 4. Derivative 7, 0, derivative minus x by 4, that is minus 1 by 4. So this is the derivative. That is, now we can simplify that. That is 1, 2 we can cancel. So we get x by 2 pi. X by 2 pi plus into minus. So 2 we can cancel. Here we get 2. So minus 1 by 2 into 7 minus x by 4. 7 minus x by 4. That is x by 2 pi minus 7 by 2 minus into 7 by 2 minus 7 by 2 minus into minus plus. So plus x by 8 plus x by 8. So minus 1 by 2 into 7 minus 7 by 2. Here minus 1 by 2. That is 7 minus x by 4 into 1 by 2 minus 7 by 2 plus x by 8. So that is the derivative a dash x. Now we can write a dash x equal to 0 implies we can find x. So a dash x equal to 0 implies this equal to 0. That is x by 2 pi plus x by 8 minus 7 by 2 equal to 0. That means that is equal to 7 by 2. So x into 1 by 2 pi plus 1 by 8 equal to 7 by 2. So that is, now we can find x from that. So here what we get? So x into, here we can multiply with 4. Multiply in here into 4 and here multiply by pi. So what we get? 4 plus pi by 4 plus pi divided by 8 pi. That is equal to 7 by 2. So x equal to 7 by 2 into 8 pi by 4 plus pi. That is cancel 1, this 4 into 7 28. So 28 pi by 4 plus pi. So we got x. So that is the length of one piece. Now we have to find the second derivative. A double dash x equal to, this is the first derivative. From that find the second derivative. 1 by 2 pi into derivative x, that is 1 by 2 pi. Then derivative minus 7 by 2 0 plus 1 by 8 into 1 by 8 into derivative x 1. See, this is constant. This is a positive number. So which is greater than 0. Therefore when x is equal to 28 pi by 4 plus pi, the function combined area is minimum. Greater than 0. Second derivative greater than 0 means it is minimum. So area is minimum when x is equal to 28 by, pi by 4 plus pi. This is the length of one piece. Now we have to find the length of the other piece. One piece is x, other piece 28 minus x. Then 28 minus this number we have to find. That will be the length of the other piece. So then that we can find. Therefore the length of the other piece equal to 28 minus x. That is 28 minus x. That is 28 pi divided by 4 plus pi. Now 28 pi, this is 28 pi by 4 plus pi. 28 minus. Now simplify and find. That will be the length of the other piece. Now next question, that is 25. Show that the semi-vertical angle of the cone of maximum volume and of given slant height is tan inverse root 2. So given that slant height is given, so slant height is a constant. So slant height is a constant. Slant height L equal to constant. So given that, given slant height, so slant height is a constant, and semi-vertical angle of cone of maximum volume. So semi-vertical angle of cone. So semi-vertical angle means this angle, this theta. This angle theta is called semi-vertical angle of the cone. And we have to prove that the semi-vertical angle of the cone of maximum volume and of given slant height is tan inverse root 2. So that means we have to prove that semi-vertical angle theta is equal to tan inverse root 2. That we have to prove. When that happens, that means when the volume is maximum. Semi-vertical angle of the cone of maximum volume. That means when the volume of the cone is maximum, then semi-vertical angle theta equal to tan inverse root 2. That is what we have to prove. For that we will find when the volume is maximum. What is the volume? Volume of the cone, volume equal to 1 by 3 pi r square h. So here there are two variables, r and h. So we have to eliminate one variable. For that, given that slant height is constant. So we know the relation L square equal to r square plus h square. So using that relation, L is constant given. So using that, we can eliminate one variable here. Easy to eliminate r square here because directly we get r square from this equation. So we can eliminate r square. So this is equal to 1 by 3 pi h into r square, L square minus h square. So we got the volume as a function of only one variable h. That is equal to 1 by 3 pi constant. So remaining L square h minus h cube. So we got a function as a one variable h. Now we can find the derivative and we can find the value of the variable. Now we can find b dash h. B dash h equal to 1 by 3 pi into. We have to differentiate with respect to the variable h. Here the variable, not that, here the variable is h. Given that slant height L is constant, remember that. So L square h, what is the derivative L square h? L square into derivative h with respect to h, that is L square, minus derivative h cube with respect to h, that is 3h square. So that is the derivative. Now we can find b dash h equal to 0 implies 1 by 3 pi into L square minus 3h square equal to 0. So 1 by 3 pi constant, that implies what? L square equal to 3h square. So we can write h square equal to L square by 3. So from that what we get, therefore h equal to L by root 3. H equal to L by root 3. Now we'll find r. What is r? R square equal to L square minus h square. So r square equal to L square minus h square. That is equal to L square. What is L? L root 3h. So L square means 3h square. So 3h square minus h square equal to 2h square. So that is 3h square. That is 2h square. That is equal to 2 into h square means L square by 3. So we got r square equal to 2L square by 3. So r equal to root of that. That is root 2 by root 3 into L. So we got r and h. Now we can find the semi-vertical angle. See, we know in this cone, this is semi-vertical angle theta. And this is the radius and this is the height r and h. So tan theta, we know tan theta equal to, in this right triangle, this is right triangle, tan theta equal to, we can write here tan theta equal to r by h. Tan theta equal to r by h. So what is r? Root 2 by root 3. That is root 2 by root 3 into L divided by h. H equal to L by root 3. So divided by h means we can multiply by the reciprocal, root 3 by L into root 3 by L. So we cancel root 3, L cancel, we get root 2. So we get theta equal to tan inverse root 2. So we got theta equal to tan inverse root 2. So we got semi-vertical angle theta is equal to tan inverse root 2. We proved that. So when the volume of the cone is maximum, semi-vertical angle theta equal to tan inverse root 2. We proved that. Okay.